Got my girl to suck my shit while we told her siblings we were playing hide and seek. Okay, that was clean. That was clean. Confessions to Walken. He'll read these on stream. Confess something you've done. My stepsister. Twice. No one believes you. I don't know why we're starting this with a lie, but hopefully we get some truths. But you did not. Nigga, your name is Kazuma. Your name, you put an anime character as your name. You got no cooch. I don't care if it was your sister, your mother, your uncle. The only cooch you getting is from your dog. Next. I've looked through my mom's drawer and saw I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, because I remember when I went to someone's house and I went through their mom's drawer because I was kind of curious about something. And I also saw a dildo. I didn't see no condoms though. But yeah. Slapped my sister's butt and ran. I feel like there's like layers of context you could add to this. You feel me? I feel like there's layers of context because this does not inherently have to be sexual. Because you could be like smack, like beat her ass type shit. But hey, I mean, y'all do what y'all do with y'all sisters, I guess. That don't got nothing to do with me. I threw a mustard bottle at my mom and she threw it back, scarring me on my lip. Sound like you deserved it. Your name's Toaster. You need to be in the bath with one. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know why. Why did you throw mustard at your mom? Why would you throw such a trash-ass condiment at your mother? Show your lip. DM me on Instagram your lip if you ever see this. I'm trying to see how badly it's messed up. Cried in school because my died on my birthday. What? What? I use Bing. I forgot Bing existed. I completely forgot Bing existed. People use Bing? No, that's actually crazy. That's insane. I think that's the craziest one we've seen yet. I don't even know what this means. What's my Mihayo? The fuck is this? Oh, you play Genshin Impact all day? I have no life. I play Genshin Impact. You could have just said Genshin. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to see, bro. You play Genshin? Not something I've done, but Waka has been holding me hostage as of July 2021. I've been making server forms and modding for him because I'm held at gunpoint. Please. Ollie, bro. No one's gonna save you. Like, literally, you have no chance of ever seeing light again. Oh, man. When I was younger, I tried to poison my little brother with soap. The soap was green, so it turned the water green. Not my best moment. Someone send him to the police. Someone look out for his brother. I was attracted to raptor. I guess you are abnormal. I went to I don't even know what this means. A place of worship for Muslims. Okay. I have no clue to how to pronounce that. I went to a place to worship for Muslims and prayed that Waka would gain the ability to get funny. That nigga. Okay. Wait, I saw that 69% of y'all have not subbed up yet. So what are y'all doing? Sub up and join the fam. I used to be a furry and I had a fursuit. Oh! Good. You made the great option to never say your name. You made the fantastic choice. Cause you would've just got made fun of immediately. You're still getting made fun of. But, you know, I don't have a name to attach to it. You were wearing a fursuit? A fursuit, bro. At least you grew up. At least you grew up and sold it. When I was 12, I had a sleepover with my little cousins, and it was me and 3 of them. Skylar was 6, Autumn was 4, and Aaliyah was 10. And while they were sleeping, I pissed and nutted on them and Aaliyah's ass with a pin. Oh, this guy has like gifted me like 6 subs. That's excusable. Yeah, that's excusable. You know, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. You know, I've seen worse, you know. You grow and you learn. One time I was at school and my mom wasn't going to pick me up from school. I was dizzy and had to walk home around 2 miles. And I stayed at my school for at least 1 hour before deciding that I was still one transportation item that was still in front of my school, a scooter. It was there and I stole it and I rode it back home from school. And then I put like 10 meters away from my house so no one would know I stole it. Then a week later, then a week later there was a report at my school that someone's scooter was stolen. Okay, this was probably like the most believable one. This was really the most believable one, but you could have changed your name. You should have put your actual name for real. I don't blame him. I'm not walking 2 hours. That's a 2-hour walk, I'm pretty sure, or something crazy. It was a long walk. I don't remember. It was ridiculous. My friend was pinning me to the wall because he wanted to do an anime moment, and then I kicked him in his balls, and he was screaming saying I popped his right testicle. He came back to school the next day and told me that he went to the hospital because of the pain and he got stitches. Luckily, he can still have kids. The girl who asked if white people are vanilla gorillas. I remember her. Nah, being someone, no, that's not actually that crazy. Being forced to do an anime moment is kind of crazy. That's insane. How much power did you have in that kick though? God dang, I know the power in that kick was ridiculous. Thank you, Wolf Prism. I pulled down my pants, including my underwear, in front of 2 girls in the 1st grade, and they saw my dick and went to the principal's office. They called my mom, and she beat the shit out of me. One of them I had a crush on. You remind me of like the mentally challenged kid who would like pee with his butt out at urinals in middle school. I had a few of those. They just pulled their pants all the way out down, and all you saw was buns. And it's like how do I tell them they don't need to pull their pants all the way down without you know being weird? And it's just like we all just let them do it. I used to beat off to you while he was streaming. I used to beat off to Walker while he was streaming. Okay, alright. Someone said they were polysexual, and I asked if they like polygons that much. I asked if he liked polygons that much. I got 3 random paragraphs I didn't read or care from a random person in Discord. I'm not even in the words. What's a polysexual? I've never heard of this. People who identify as polysexual often use that word because it suggests greater sexual orientation. Okay. I got caught finger fucking and make. Okay. Alright, get out of here. I stole a kid's slime and then sold it back to him. The only reason I got away with it is because I hid the slime. I had the slime, and then when they were looking for it, I said I would help them find it for $2, and I knew what it was worth. Okay, that was actually smart money moves. That's nice business plays, bro. I like that. High tier scamming. Like 6 years ago, I met a guy online, and he told me people paid him to kill other people and proceeded to show me his arsenal of guns and knives as a joke, and I said, "Stop for me." And he took none of it. So he told me he was gonna kill me and I hung up. I didn't sleep for over a week. Oh my god, no, that's hilarious. No, that's hilarious. That nigga says, "Stop for me." In 3rd grade, I threw a stapler at my teacher because he made me change my color to red. Are you talking about like the little cards and like the cards that was like if you were good or bad that day? Bro, I see why you had to change your color to red. You're chucking staplers. Nigga, you should be in juvenile detention. Or whatever it's called. When I was in 4th grade, my teacher died from killing their... And the same day I learned that killing yourself is a sin. So the next day at school, me and my friends were talking and I looked up with praying hands, saying I'll miss him, then looked down saying, well, you might not be up there, but I still miss you, and everyone at the table... That's like going to someone's funeral that you know and be like, man, I love you. I mean, I know you did some terrible things and you're going to hell, but I'll look down there. I'll look down there now. I'll look down there. Yeah, I miss you. You did some terrible things. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Played house. Everyone ever. Makes sense. Valid. Dated 5 girls at the same time. Of course you did. And you got by every single one of them. And now you can never hit the same ever again. Like, okay, we understand. I bit my brother out of jealousy. He still has a mark on the middle of his chest. What were you jealous of? Why did you bite him on the chest? Were you trying to suck his nipples and he said no? I shit my hands once. I mean, we were all babies. I almost drowned in a pool. I mean, I almost drowned in a pool too. Damn, I've imagined random ass people in class fucking to calm my nerves. I got worse shit, but still this is the first thing I thought of. What? He wasn't thinking about stopping time and fucking people, which I've heard of. He said he would think of other people thinking. That is crazy. That is crazy. He's just in the middle of the class like, what if Sarah and our teacher, Mr. Thompson, was f***ing? Like, you need help. Was late to work every day for 6 months. Got cooked when I was in a relationship back in high school. I've never wanted to fight in my life. You got cucked? Let me make sure I know what getting cucked means. I mean, I have an image in my head. I have an image in my head, but let's see. According to Urban Dictionary, the word cuck means getting taken advantage of or defied knowingly by a group of enemies or one with You got graped? Huh? A man who lets his wife or girlfriend have sex with other men. So you got cheated on? I'm lost. I'm lost. Back when I was like 5, there was a naked Barbie doll on the kitchen table. So I went under it and started licking her plastic boobs and cooch. Goku Solos. I was getting bullied in 5th grade, so I stole his scooter and punched in the face. I ran with the scooter and he said, "What are you gonna do?" I told my teacher he got detention. He was fat and black, by the way. What? I didn't say that. What? Okay, I wasn't stealing scooters, nigga. I was stealing virginities. I was alone on the playground, bro. In 5th grade, I literally half the year of 5th grade, I was not allowed to participate in recess because my teacher stole my phone. Right? No, my teacher asked for my phone in class, took it, and I stole it back before the school day ended. And she found out. So I was giving silent lunch for the rest of the year, and I wasn't able to play at recess for half the year. I was 12! A few years ago, there was this annoying girl sitting in front of me in class. I took scissors and cut her ponytail off. No, that's a violation. Honestly, oh my god. Imagine getting your dread cut off in class. A nigga just cuts off like a dread or 2 or 3. I on a Walmart urinal when I was 6. How many of y'all have attempted that? Cause I haven't attempted that. I feel like that's a little too weird. That's a little too much. I found my brother's girlfriend a week ago and she said I was Jaden. What is this long ass paragraph? Okay, this better be good and it better be real. So one time it was Thanksgiving. This was like 3 years ago, but I was at my grandma's house, and I'm not really cool with that side of the family. Plus, they were sleeping, so I was scared to get a piece of cake, because, you know, I asked my cousin at the time, I think he was like 16, and I think he said if I do, I have to go upstairs and do whatever he wants in his room. I already knew what he wanted because he asked to do it before. But I said yes, and mind you, I'm like 10, maybe, I don't know, but his brother and sister was all there too, so all of us went up to his room, and he closed the door and asked if we could do it, but you know, I was young, I didn't know what to do, so he said, "I'll show you," and did with his sister. And his sister at the time was 9 or 8, but she knew what she was doing and she watches porn. But my friend says that's grape and I should tell somebody, but also the day after graduation, he asked to dry hump me or do it with my pants on, and he said he would give me money for it, but I didn't do it. I don't know. You need help? You need therapy? I got a bunch of supportive people in chat who are there for you. What? Best confession though, that was fire. That was a fire confession. Could never got that out of me, but that was a fire confession. Loved every second of it. Your situation I didn't love. But it was a great story, You know, you could write a book about this. Now, like a little Dr. Seuss book, like Green Eggs and Ham, you know. Oh, Lord. I have feelings for my coworker, but have no experience with romance and don't know what to do. Get your bread up, nigga. The f***? Get more money than them. The f***? Steal their money. Steal their paycheck. That's how you get their attention now. Easy. I pranked a teacher by making a fake Facebook account and talking to him on it. But the teacher found out, and now I'm the reason why you can't get social media. You were just bored in class. You had way too much to do. How are you even allowed to get Facebook on school computers anyways? They've always been blocked for us. I took a shit outside and dug a hole in the house that I used to live in since all the bathrooms were occupied and left with one me. And I don't think I wiped my ass? Okay, alright. Okay, this is about to be stupid. A girl with stank pussy and ate her out. It had yeast. Ain't nothing wrong with hair, but that shit was all in there and in my mouth, and she called me and want me to meet her family tomorrow. We've only talked for a month. Sometimes you gotta be a man and eat that hair, dude. Sometimes you gotta do it. Like sometimes you just gotta shave her with your tongue, save her with your teeth. It be like that sometimes. I was dating some guy and we met up and when I don't believe you. You don't know how to spell. I was dating some guy and we met up and when and he tied me down and he was really weird. Then he ghosted me. Now that I'm rereading this tied me down was consensual, right? Right? Can someone specify consent? I mean, you said fucked and not great, but I'm just trying to make sure. My dick caught on fire because I was doing things in the living room while I was home alone. Then I went to the kitchen to make some cup noodles. I had no pants on, so when I boiled the water, boiled some water, my dick got burned. Your friendly neighborhood, what? Who cooks naked? Me? But did y'all not see his name? I once tried to eat my dog ass. I regret having 3 boyfriends at the same time. What should I do? Okay, this is what you should do, right? You should ask all of them if they can meet at the same spot at the same time, right? And then just not show up. You like ask them all to go to the park and meet at the same spot at the park and don't show up. That would be hilarious. I smacked my teacher's ass and acted like I was yawning, and she believed me that I smacked her ass on accident. That shit. You are a criminal. You are a criminal, bro. That's a crime. I killed my dog's friend by feeding it a hot dog with Windex on it. King Louis. What the fuck is wrong with you? One time I beat to my cousin's glasses after she went to take a shower. Oh, same, bro, same. My ex sent my news in a group chat with his friends, and his friends saved it, but I have a picture of his friend's ass in my phone. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You have a picture of his friend's ass. It seems like he has your cooch and breast. I don't think you win in the situation. But it's 2022. No one cares about news no more. When I was like younger, people cared like, oh my god, they got their news leak. Now everyone has their news leak. There's cock everywhere. No one cares. So it's like, I don't know. I made my cousin hold my wiener when I was 7 because I saw someone do it. Cause I saw it in a TV show and it was a way to pass our bedtime, and I still talk to that cousin. Me and her are friends. This man was in bed with his cousin and said, you wanna hold my cock? At 7. What shows were you watching on TV where they were holding sack and balls and dingling? What show is that? Total Drama Island? I don't remember that. You kiss your cousin? Not that big of a deal. I put my meat in someone's ear and... I believe to put my meat in someone's ear part because I've seen someone put their meat in someone's ear. It was a horrible scene. There was 3 friends, right? One friend was holding a friend down while recording, while the other friend who wasn't doing anything whipped out his dick and put it in that guy's ear. It was a thing of not beauty. The opposite. Got my girl to suck my shit while we told her siblings we were playing hide and seek. Okay, that was clean. That was clean. I need to use that. Yeah, we need to do that. Yeah, I need to use that. When I was in 1st grade, I trapped a friend in a sandbox and filled it with ants and of course sand. I was laughing while he was crying in the box, but now I look back at it and feel really bad. Good! I fucked my sick chicken. I was so down bad once, I used to watch Fortnite and rope. My whole school got my math teacher fired. We had looked into his social media account and exposed it and then made fun of him. He had just got there. He got fired after a month of school because of the stuff he said on his account. Watched hentai during a family meetup? Why? My crush sent pictures to my alt snap, but she ain't know it was me, then I beat to it. I don't know if that's smart or a crime. I don't know which one it is. There is this Asian hot warm girl and she got massive private parts. What? She was on the sidewalk and I asked her if she wanted to come over. She was around my age 15. When she went in my room, we made out and it was cum everywhere, like everywhere. My favorite place. And at the end I told her I'm gay and she walked out. And next day I jerked to a Light and McQueen. What the hell? Caught a kid jerking off in the bathroom with glue. With glue? Oh my god, that sounds like it. Oh my goodness. I have 2 confessions. Number 1, during a picnic, me and my cousin were near a pond and he pretended to push me in the pond, but I got fed up and pushed him in there to let him feel what I did. But I pushed him too hard and he almost drowned. This took place in middle school. I went to the park and some kid asked me to suck his dick and I said yes. We went behind a building and almost ended up sucking it, but I backed out. I am a dick. I saw my teachers fucking in the bathroom. I knew the gym teacher was gay. No wonder he always looked at the boys do squats and made them do extra. When I was younger, I didn't know I was a masochist and I was cutting myself. I used the excuse of being depressed when I enjoyed the feeling of hurting myself, and my girlfriend is okay with it as long as I don't stab. What? You need more than therapy, bro. You need a new life, bro. You need to start over from scratch. You need to start over from scratch, my boy. And when I mean scratch, I don't mean scratch on your wrist. I need you to like start from back in the womb. Your whole life needs to be recalculated. God dang. Caught my 9-year-old brother watching hentai on my computer, so you fucked him and then knocked him out. Cool. I was 9 when I was riding my dad's motorcycle with him. I was going to a pool party with my dad and his friends, and an old guy with no shirt on in his car followed us to the party. And at a red light, the man shook a bag of old-ass moldy gummy worms, and I looked away. And then when we got to the party, he went into the pool and stared at me. The whole time when we lady, he tried grabbing me, but I punched him so hard he fell and I ran to the car. Nigga, you ain't punched no old man so hard he fell to the car at 9, bro. Shut the fuck up, lying ass. There is no 9-year-old punching an old man knocking a nigga out. Stop it. Stop it, stop it. My ex used to send nudes and he said that he didn't care if they got out, so I sent them to all my friends. What is wrong with you? By the way, that nigga dick was the size of my pinky. Lol, my fingers do a better job than him anyways. Why? I mean, I know he said you could, but god dang. I guess he must have had confidence in his meat for no reason. I fuck Audie and now I have AIDS. I don't know what to do. Help me. You are a minor and Audie is 18. Audie needs to get charged. When I was little, like 7 or 8, why is everything happening to y'all when y'all were 7 and 9? 7 through 9. When I was little, like 7 or 8, I was threatening to do it with my brother. Again? What's with y'all? At the time, I didn't know it was wrong. How wrong it was. Years later, I realized what happened to me, and I regret not getting hurt rather than losing my innocence. I regret not getting hurt? Oh. We are on good terms now? What do you mean now? Why are y'all on good terms? I don't care if he was that 8 years old, bro. I don't care. I don't care. But I still feel so bad for not rejecting him. Now we just pretend like it didn't happen. What should I do to get over this? Cut him off! This nigga put his name where the confession is and the confession at his name. So I was in 6th grade and my friend put me on with this one girl. It turns out she was in 4th grade, so I broke up with her. I didn't know she was that young, but I was cheating anyways. What? Ollie! My friend made me suck his who? Now I have two, because tell me why I saw 2 people jerking off to a Corey poster. I saw a gangbang in middle school. What is your life? What type of life do you live? What state do you live in, Detroit? When I was 7, I was raped by a 50-year-old man, and after that we got, okay, I'm glad that was fake. Okay guys, that was everything. That was I just don't know how I feel about all the things I read. I think disgusted is a good word to use. Some of these were so unoriginal facts, and some of these were a little too original. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't read a lot of anime confession videos. I don't watch them at all, so that's just how I see it.